everyone. My name is teacher Gaurav Rane. So I'll be taking to you towards the chapter name. It's a probability. Okay. So let's see the introduction. In everyday life, we come across the statements such as it will probably rain today. Second way, I doubt that he will pass the test. Most probably, Kavita will stand first in the annual examination. Or there is a 50-50% chance of India winning the toss in today's match. Probability means like as you can say, we can add some word like if. In Hindi, you can say word shayad, or else you can say 50% chances of winning India and losing Australia. There are some cases that we can say there are 50% chances that it might be rain or it might not rain. Okay, so this was about the introduction part. Let's move forward. What is probability? Probability is the measure of various phenomena we'll be studying with numericals, like with the help of numbers. I have explained you about this with the help of theoretical part. We'll be seeing about the numerical part. Okay. So in probability, we frequently use the term experiment. There are two types of experiment: random experiment and the deterministic experiment. First, the deterministic experiment, the experiment which have only one possible result. Example, you can say an experiment that the sun rises from east. As we know, this experiment is like deterministic. We know that sun rises from east only, not from west. Okay, and the second one is the random experiment, an experiment whose result is uncertain. For example, you can say an experiment conducted to toss a coin. We know that we can toss the coin, but the chances of coming head is 50% and the chances of coming tail is 50%. So this was about the deterministic experiment and the random experiment. Okay, moving forward, some examples like. Okay, so outcomes. All the possible results of an experiment are known as outcome. Example, when we toss a coin, outcomes are head and tail. Outcome means you can say what will be the result. When we toss a coin, we know that when we toss a coin, as it falls in the ground, we know that the upper face will show as the head and the second face is the tail. Event. An event is the collection of outcomes of an experiment to which a probability is assigned. Example, we can see when we throw a die, outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are many events: an event of getting an even number, an event of getting an odd number, and third one an event getting of number less than 4. Okay. Sample space. What is sample space? The collection of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called a sample space associated with the experiment. Example number 1. When we throw a die, you can see the sample spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. One more thing, in sample space we shows the outcomes with a square bracket, as you can see. When we toss two coins together, the sample space will be HH, HT, TH or TT. Okay. So this will be some example and you can take this as a formula. Probability of any, you can take any alphabets you want. Number of trials in which the event happened, and the total number of trials. Example number 1, find the probability of getting head when a coin is tossed once. Also find the probability of getting a tail. Okay, so I have shown you one example, which is probability of getting tossing a coin and getting the tail. In sample space, you can see when we toss the coin, the sample space are head and tail, and you can show this as the event. You can assume that as A, which is T, as the condition was getting a tail, and number of A is 1, and the formula will be probability of A is equal to number of trials in which the event happened, which is this one, and the total number of trials, which is your sample space. So that has become probability of A is equal to 1 upon 2. This was your first example and this is your second. For example, you can take a 2-digit number is to be formed with digits 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Without repetition, what is the probability that the number formed is getting an odd number? So we have to get an odd number. So here we have formed the sample spaces 23, 25, 27, 29, 32, 35 and moving continuation till 97. So what we are getting is number of sample space, total 20 observations we have seen over here. The first one is getting an odd number. So we know the odd numbers are 23, 25, 27, 29, 35, 37 and so on till 97. We'll be getting the number of A, which is your outcomes, total outcomes are 15, and again the formula will be probability of A is equal to number of trials in which the event happened and the total number of trials, which has become 15 upon 20. Further dividing by 3 table will be getting is or 5 table will be getting is 5 3s are 15 and 5 4s are 20. Okay, thank you.